Hello, everybody, and welcome to the channel. It's July 5th, 1961, and the Cleveland Indians are coming to New York to take on the Yankees. And that starting lineup for the Cleveland Indians, leading off playing second base, Johnny Temple. Batting second, playing center field, Don Dillard. Batting third, playing left field is Tito Franco. Batting fourth, doing the catching is John Roman. Batting fifth, playing right field is Willie Kirtland. Batting sixth, playing third base is Bubba Phillips. Batting seventh, playing first base is Vic Power. Batting eighth, playing shortstop is Mike De La Hoyas. And on the mound, batting ninth, doing the pitching is Gary Bell. Let's take a look at the starting lineup for the hometown New York Yankees. Leading off, playing second base, Bobby Richardson. Batting second, playing shortstop, Tony Kubek. Batting third, playing right field, Roger Maris. Batting fifth, playing center field, Mickey Mantle. Batting fourth, playing center field, Mickey Mantle. Batting fifth, playing left field, Yogi Berra. Batting sixth, playing doing the catching, Johnny Blanchard. Batting seventh, playing first base, Ed Torson. Batting eighth, playing third base, Clint Boyer. And batting ninth on the mound is Rolling Sheldon. Let's get down to Yankee Stadium, folks, and get this game started on July 5th. And Johnny Temple's up the bat, and he pops that ball in the short center field. Mick comes on, and he'll make the catch for out number one here in the first. One up, one down. That'll bring up Dillard now. Dillard's hitting 309 on the year, folks. And that's a swing and a miss to right three. Two quick outs here in the first. Brings up John Francona. See what he can do. He's hitting 223 on the year. He gets a hold of this ball off of Sheldon, and he drives that ball in the gap in right field. Mick gets over there as quick as he can after it bounces off the wall, gets it in. Francona's down at second, though, with a double, folks, with 2 outs. And here's Johnny Roman. And that's going to be a ball hit back to the mound. Sheldon's up with it, throws over to the Portson at first. And that'll end the inning. Indians leave one on. We go to the bottom of the first. Cleveland, nothing. Yankees coming back. Richardson, Kubek, and Maris due up here in the first. Here's the pitch to Bobby, hitting 240 on the year. And that's going to be a base hit in the left field. Nice way to start the game by Bobby Richardson. Brings up Tony Kubek now. Here's Tony. He's batting 290 on the year. And that ball is hit down the short. And his only play will be the first. Bobby will make it down the second, get in scoring position. With one out now for the M&M boys. Let's see if Roger can drive him in from second. Roger's hitting 257 on the year. And that ball is hit down the third. And that'll be 2 outs. So he looks the runner back or not. No. Sorry, that ball was hit down the first. And the runner will get down the third. So 2 outs now for the Mick. With Bobby down at third, can Mick come up with a 2-out base hit here, folks? And they don't want nothing to do with the Mick. They walking. Mick ends up down at first. We got first and third for Mr. Clutch, Yogi Berra. Yogi's hitting 303 on the year. Can he drive some runs in here, folks? Make him pay for that walk. And that ball is hit down. That ball's not hit anywhere. Mr. Clutch swings and misses. Strike 3, and the Yankees leave 2 on. We get to the top of the second. It's 0-0, folks. We got Kirtland, Phelps, and Power due up here for the Indians. Here's the pitch to Kirtland. He's hitting 269 on the year. And that ball is hit down to Richardson at second, over to Earl at first. And that's a out there. Brings up John Bubba Phelps. He's hitting 233 on the year. And that is a ground ball down to Earl at first. He comes up with it, calls off Sheldon, takes it himself for the second out of the inning. Brings up Vic Power. He's hitting 220 on the year, folks. Off to a slow start, and that ball is hit down to Tony Kubek. He's in the hole. Throws from deep short over to first to get Power. 1, 2, 3 goes the Indians. Now to the bottom of the second, we got Blanchard, Torkson, and Boyer due up here for the Yanks. Here's the pitch to Johnny, and that's going to be ball 1, 1-0 count on John. And they walk him on 4 straight pitches. So Blanchard heads down to first. It brings up Earl for his first start as a Yankee. He's had 4 at-bats and hasn't gotten a hit yet, folks. Let's see if Earl can get off the snide here. And that's a ball hit the left field. Francona's about there. Makes the catch for out number 1. Brings up Clint Boyer now. Let's see if Clint can get some damage done. Clint's hitting 237 on the year. And that's going to be ball 4. And Bell can't find the plate, folks. That's his 3rd walk of the game. Brings up Sheldon. He's going to try to bunt these guys over. Get him in scoring position for Bobby Richardson. And that's a perfectly placed bunt. Bubba Phelps comes in, picks it up, throws over to first with Power covering. That'll be 2 outs, but we'll have Blanchard down at third and Boyer down at second for Bobby Richardson, who singled his first time up. Let's see if Bobby can do it again here. Drive 2 runs in, folks. And they don't want no parts of Bobby. They walk him. Bobby's down at first with the bases juice for Tony Kubek. Here we go. Spot for Tony to get some RBIs. He grounded out the shortest first time up. And that's what he's going to do this time too, folks. That ball is hit down the short. And De La Hoz will go the short way over to second. And the Yankees leave the bases loaded, folks. Sure. Not one that you want to see here. We go to the top of the third. It's 0-0. Yankees are wasting some opportunities. Here is De La Hoz up now. He's batting 275 on the year. And that's going to be ball 1 to him, a 1-0 count. And that ball is hit down to Boyer at third. He fires over the Torkson at first for out number 1. Brings up Gary Bell, now the pitcher. And that ball is hit down the Kubek down at short. He fires over the first, a quick 2 outs. I'll bring up Temple rather. And he is 0 for 1, flew out the Mick his first time up. And that ball is hit down the Boyer. And that'll be a quick 1, 2, 3 inning for the Indians. We go to the bottom of the third. It's still 0-0. We got the M&M boys leading off the inning, followed by Yogi. Here's Roger. Roger's 0 for 1, grounded out the first his first time up. And that's going to be a fly ball in the center field. Dillard's got it. 1 out. Up comes the Mick. They didn't want nothing to do with Mick the first inning. They walked him. Let's see what happens this time. And Mick gets a base hit in the left field. So Mick's on at first now with 1 out for Mr. Yogi Berra. Yogi struck out his first time up, folks. And that ball is hit down to Power at first. He throws down to second with De La Hoz covering. And that'll be 2 outs now. Not erase his mantle. Yogi's on at first now for Blanchard. Let's see what Johnny can do. Johnny walked his first time up, and that's going to be a stolen base for Yogi Berra. You don't see that very often, folks. Yogi takes off and makes it in the second. Hey, Tim and Legends. So you got Yogi in scoring position now with one strike on Blanchard. And Johnny drive him in from second. And that's a ball hit down the Della hose. He fires over the first. That ball bounces in the dirt. Power recovers, but not in time to keep Yogi from getting down the third. So we got first and third now, folks, with 2 outs. And that brings up Earl. Let's see if Earl can do something here in his first start as a Yankee. He flew out to left field his first time up. And he's going to hit that ball on the ground down the short. He'll fire over to first, and that'll end the inning. And again, the Yankees leave 2. And it's still nothing. Blowing a lot of opportunities, folks. See how many left on base that is. I think that's 7 left on base already, I believe. It doesn't put on here how many was left on yet. Thought it would. Yankees are only 1 for 5 with runners in scoring position. All righty, folks, we go to the top of the 4th. We got Dillard, Francona, and Roman due up here for the Indians. Here's the pitch to Dillard. He's 0 for 1, struck out his first time up. He hits that ball on the ground up the middle. Quebec's got it. Fires over to first for out number 1. Doing the World Series tonight, Legends. Here's John Francona up now. He is 1 for 1 with a double. And he keeping the hitting streak up. He singles in the right field. Gets aboard here with 1 out. And John's up now. John's 0 for 1. He grounded out back to the pitcher's first time up. And that's going to be a wow pitch by Sheldon. And Francone's down at second with a 1-0 count now to Roman. And that ball is hit down to first. Again, Earl gets it, takes it himself, but Francona will get down the third with 2 outs for Kirkland now. Kirkland's 0 for 1. He grounded out the second his first time up. And that's a deep fly ball in the center field, mixed back there in the monuments, and makes the catch. So the Indians strand 1. We go to the bottom of the 4th. We're still knotted up at 0-0. We got the bottom part of the order due up here for the Yanks. Boyer, Sheldon, and back to Richardson. Here's the pitch to Clint. Clint walked his first time up, and he's going to walk again, folks. You don't want no parts of Boyer. So Boyer's down at first. Sheldon, he sacrificed his first time up. He's going to give it a try again here. Try to get Boyer in scoring position. And that's a foul ball, strike 1. And another foul ball, 2 strikes on Sheldon. And he foul tips that one back and strikes out trying to bunt. Can't get it down. 1 out now, and Boyer's still down at first. Here's Bobby Richardson having a good day, 1 for 1 with a walk. And that ball is hit down the third. Phelps is up with it, fires over the first. Boyer will get down the second, but now there's 2 outs. Need that key base hit here the Yankees haven't been able to get. Tony's up. He grounded out the third and reached on a fielder's choice his first time up, but he gets a hold of this one, folks. Here comes that key base hit. And that ball is hit into the gap in left field. Boyer's going to score. And Tony's going to end up down at second with a double, folks. And the Yankees take the lead. It's 1-0. Brings up Roger Maris now with Quebec in scoring position. Rogers grounded out the first, and he's flew out the center. And that might be a base hit, folks. It is. He hits that ball in the right field. He drove that one. And Tony's going to score from second. And just like that, the Yankees are up 2-0. Brings up the Mick. The Mick's 1 for 1, and they walked him. Let's see if he can keep up this perfect game. And that's a swing and a miss, strike 3. They get the Mick, but not until the Yankees scored 2. Take a 2-0 lead into the 5th here, folks. We got Phelps, Power, and De La Hoz due up here for the Indians. Here's the pitch to Bubba. And that's a fly ball into the gap in left field. Yogi chases it down, makes the catch out there in Death Valley. 1 out. And that brings up Vic Power now. See what Vic can get a base hit here. And he pops that ball up in the short center field. Mick's running in on it. Makes a nice running catch. Takes a base hit away from Power. That's 2 outs. Here comes De La Hoz now. Mike's 0 for 1. Grounded out the third his first time up. And he hits that ball in the center field. Mick playing a little shallow. Makes the catch with not much effort. And 1, 2, 3 go to Indians. We go to the bottom of the 5th. It's 2-0 Yankees. Bear, Blanchard, and Torkelson due up here for the Yanks. Here's the pitch to Yogi. And that ball is hit down the third. Bubba up with it. Fires over to Power. 1 out. Here's Johnny. Johnny's 0 for 1 with a walk. And he's going to walk again. They'll take their chances with Earl, I guess. He hasn't got much plate time. They're figuring they're not going to mess with Johnny today. So let's see if Earl can make him pay, folks. He's 0 for 2. And that's a single in the left field. And Blanchard motors on down the second. So Earl gets his first hit of the year, folks, for the Yanks. And it's 1st and 2nd now for Clint Boyer with only 1 out. Let's see if Clint can come up with a nice base hit here. Here's the pitch to Clint. And they don't want nothing to do with Boyer. Is that his 3rd walk of the game? Yes, it is. They have walked him every time, folks. Brings up Sheldon now with the bases loaded. He struck out his last time trying to get a bunt down. He's not bunting now. Indians will play back, trying to get the double play here. And that's a swing and a miss, strike 3. Sheldon goes down. 2 outs now for Bobby Richardson. Let's see if Bobby can bust this game open, folks. He's 1 for 2 with a walk. And that's a fly ball in the shallow center field. Dillard's got it. And the Yankees leave 3, folks. It's still 2-0 as we go to the 6th. Cool. Where'd you post it at, Legends? I'll have to look at it. And we got Bell due up here in the 6th with Temple and Ballard. Let's see what kind of bullpen Cleveland's got. It's an adequate bullpen. I think they are going to pitch hit for Bell. Try to get something going here in the top of the 6th. So Bell pitches 5 innings and comes out of the game. See who they're going to bring up here. Only lefty they got on the bench is Bob. I don't think Bob's going to pitch hit here with nobody on. Let's see here. I think they're going to have Ken, who just came over in a trade, pitch hit. I just made you a monitor there, Legends. If you can put that in the link in the chat, bud, that'll work. So everybody can go over and check it out. Like I say, check out Legend Sports Universe, guys. He's doing a heck of a job with that MLB 22. He's into the World Series now. It's the San Francisco Giants going up against the Oakland A's. Like I said, it should be a great World Series. It says he's posted a preview on Facebook and on his channel. So click on his channel there too, folks. You can go to the community board on his channel and check out the write up he did, the preview write up. Alrighty, we got Ken up here in the top of the sixth. Nobody out against Sheldon. Here's the pitch to Ken, and that's going to be a ground ball down the Boyer. He fires over to first. We're out number one here in the sixth. There you go, guys. This is YouTube link there. That brings up John Temple now with one out, nobody on. He's 0 for 2. He's flown out and grounded out. And he hits that ball down Boyer also. They might want to pick on somebody else. Boyer's got a heck of a glove down there. So that makes 2 outs here in the sixth. And now Dillard's up. And he gets a hold of this one off of Sheldon, guys. And that ball is deep. That ball is high. That ball is far. That ball is going. He pulled that one, folks. That's a no doubt about her out in right field. Roger admires that one. And they cut the lead in half. It's 2-1 with that home run, folks. And here comes Tito Francona up now. Let's see what happens here. Can Sheldon calm down after the home run? And no, he doesn't. He walks John. So John's down at first. Hopefully he can right this ship and the wheels don't come off of this cart here, folks. Here's Roman up now. He's 0 for 2. He's grounded out to first. See what happens here. And that's going to be a ball hit down the third. Boyer's up with it. He fires over to first. Get out of the inning. I think all 3 putouts was done by Boyer, but in between, we had the home run and the single, and it's a 2-1 game now, folks. As we go to the bottom of the sixth, see who the Indians are going to bring out here. We got 2 lefties due up, and then the switch hitting Mick. So as long as Allen hasn't pitched too much lately, Allen's going to come out of the bullpen. That's who it's going to be. Bob Allen coming on here, the pitch for the Indians. Going to be facing the meat of this lineup, though, folks. Yeah, tough games, right, Tim? All right, we got Quebec, Maris, and Mantle due up here in the sixth. Yankees leading by 1. Allen's on the mound. The pitch to Quebec. And Quebec pops this up behind home plate and near the screen. makes the catch, 1 out. Here comes Roger. He's 1 for 3 with an RBI today, folks. And that ball is hit back. No, that ball is hit down the first. That ball is hit down the first to Power. Easy play for him. He'll take it himself. That's 2 quick outs. And here is Mick. See if Mick can do something, folks. He's 1 for 2 with a walk. And that's hit down the first. Power has that one too. So 1, 2, 3 goes the Yankees in the 6th. We go to the top of the 7th. It's a 2-1 ball game, folks. Kirtland, Phelps, and Power due up here for the Indians. Here's Kirtland. And that's a fly ball in the right field. Roger makes a few step back near the warning track, makes the catch. 1 out. Oh, that's all right, Legends. Not a problem, man. Yep. Are you doing a game tonight? That brings up Phelps now. See what old Bubba can do. He's 0 for 2. And that's going to be a fly ball in the center field. Mick takes a few steps in, robs Phelps of a base hit. That brings up Victor Power now. He's 0 for 2. And that ball is hit down the second. Bobby Richardson's up with it, fires over the first. And that does it. 1, 2, 3. We make it to the 7th inning stretch. We got Bear, Blanchard, and Torrenson due up here for the Yanks. Yogi's 0 for 3 with a stolen base. He struck out, reached on a fielder's choice and stole second and grounded out the third. And that's a pop up behind home plate right up the chute. Easy play. 1 out. Here's Johnny. They haven't pitched to Johnny today, folks. He's 0 for 1, 2 walks. He reached on an error his other time up. And that's going to be ball 1 on him this time. And he gets a hold of this one, but knocks it down the temple at second. He fires over to Power, and that's 2 quick outs. Oh, cool. That sounds good. Okay. Either tonight around 11, 11:30 or noon tomorrow. Gotcha, man. Here is Earl. He is 1 for 3 today. See if he can keep this up, batting 143. He's only had 7 at bats that 1 year, folks. And that ball is hit down the tempo at second. And that'll be an easy 1, 2, 3 inning. We go to the 8th. Yankees holding on to that 1-run lead. Della Hose, a pitch hitter for Allen and Temple, due up here in the 8th. Here's the pitch to Della Hose. And that's a fly ball in the left field. Yogi makes the catch. 1 out. Now we'll have a pitch hitter here for Bob Allen. See who's going to come in to pitch hit. And they might let Bob pitch hit now. See if he can pop one out of Yankee Stadium here. Bring in the lefty. Yankees are looking at him, maybe a possible trade, so give the Yankees something to look at, and if he hits a home run against them, really something to look at. Here's the pitch to Bob. 1 out, nobody on. And that's a deep fly ball in the center field. Mix on his horse, running back, makes the catch out there in Death Valley. It's a good thing he was in Yankee Stadium, where Bob would have hit a home run there, folks. That ball was going anywhere but probably Yankee Stadium. He got a hold of it. Sure. But not to be out there in the monuments. Brings up Johnny Temple now. Johnny's 0 for 3. And that ball's hit out the center field again. Mixes on his horse, giving him a workout this inning, but he runs it down. makes the catch. 1, 2, 3 goes the Indians. We go to the bottom of the 8th. We got Boyer. We'll have a pitch hitter probably for Sheldon, and then Richardson here. Let's see if Clint can get on here. Here's the pitch to Boyer, and we need a pitcher, don't we? Before we do anything, we got a righty, a pitch hitter, and then another righty, and I don't think they got a lefty in the bullpen anyway. So let's see who they're going to bring in here. Locke or Latman. Let's see which one they're going to bring in. So they're going to bring in Bobby. Bobby Locke's going to come in here to pitch. 8th inning. And that's a base hit in the left field for Boyer. Nice piece of hitting. Bob turned on that, folks, and gets on. So we'll definitely have a pitch hitter now for Sheldon. Sheldon pitched a great game with 3 hits and 1 run. Sure. And who are we going to bring up here against Locke? All the lefties are playing. So I think we're going to bring in Bob Serve to go and pitch hit here. So here comes Bob Serve. Trying to keep this going here with Boyer down at first and no outs. Here's the pitch to Bob. And that's a fly ball in the left field. Francona's got it. Boyer will retreat back to first. And that's 1 out. Here comes Bobby Richardson now. And let's see, Bobby's 1 for 3 with a walk here today. Let's see if he can do something with Boyer down at first. And that ball is hit back to the mound. And he'll spin and throw down the second, get the lead runner. With Della Hose covering, so that's 1, 2 go there. That brings up Quebec now with 2 outs, and Bobby Richardson down at first. Here's the pitch to Tony, and that's going to be a base hit in the center field, and Bobby's going to motor on down the third. We got first and third now for the M&M boys. Let's see if they can do something here. First up is Roger. Roger get an RBI and give the Yankees some breathing room here with this 1-run lead. And we're not doing no double steal with Roger Maris up. Sure. So that's going to be strike 1 on Roger. And that's a base on balls. Roger takes his base. That loads it up for the Mick. Can the Mick bust this game open, folks? He is 1 for 3 with a walk. No, he can't, folks. And that's the kind of game it's been for the Yanks. A ball's hit down to Della Hose at short. He fires over to Temple. And the Yankees again leave the bases loaded. We're going to the top of the 9th. Yankees holding on to a 2-1 lead. We know who's coming in here to try to close this game out. Luis. I think this will be his 17th save on the year. We'll check it out before. See, I think he's going for a 17th save of the year. Yep, going for his 17th save of the year here, folks. He'll be facing Dillard, Francona, and Roman here in the ninth. Of course, Dillard hit that home run to make it a 2-1 ball game, folks. And that's a big swing and a miss. He was trying to tie this ball game up with that swing. Luis gets him, and it's a 1 out here in the ninth. Brings up John Francona. He says he might manage these Indians one day. That's what he thinks, folks. I don't know. What do you all think? Think he can manage these guys? And that's going to be a pop up in the infield. Clint Boyer's calling for it. Makes the catch. That's a quick 2 outs here in the ninth. And here's Mr. Roman. He's 0 for 3 today. And he's going to be 0 for 4 as he puts a charge into that, but that's right out in the center field. And Mick, the Comet, runs it down, folks. And that's a 1-2-3 ninth. The Yankees hold on and win 2-1. Let's take a look at the box score. Great pitching game. Sure. I guarantee you this is about how many, without clicking this star, I guarantee it's going to say the Yankees left a boatload of runners on base. Yep, Yankees left 14 runners on base. I knew it was ridiculous. I knew it was ridiculous. Sure, it was ridiculous after the third inning. Yeah, it was a really tight game. That's for sure, Tim. Like I say, that's because they couldn't do nothing once they got runners on. Sure. A lot of times give the Indians credit. Came with 2 outs, though. The Indians 1 run on 3 hits and an error. The Yankees 2 runs on 7 hits and an error. Dillard and Francone was the only ones that gets a hit. Dillard with the home run. Francone was 2 for 3 with a double. And for the Yankees, you had Kubek had a good game. Then you had Roger with the RBI along with Tony. And that was your ball game, folks. All of them runs coming in the 4th inning. That was the only inning they was able to put the hits together. Yankees were 3 for 10 with runners in scoring position. I didn't even think they was that good. Bell, 5 innings, 5 hits, 2 runs, and his killer was the walks. 7 walks, but the Yankees didn't take advantage of it. 4 strikeouts. Allen came in and shut the door, 2 innings. And then Locke came in, gave up 2 hits, walked 1, but got out of that mess. And Sheldon, a heck of a game. 3 hits, 1 run, walked 1, struck out 1, and gave up the home run. And then Luis comes in, shuts the door in the 9th, and gets a strikeout. Let's do some fast play here in the American League. We got the Tigers heading up to Boston to take on the Red Sox. Bunning's on the mound here. See if the Red Sox can get to him. Not many people have this year. A 1.86 ERA for Jim. And the Red Sox get to him, folks. The Tigers, 2 runs on 6 hits and no errors. And the Red Sox only score 3, but it's enough. 3 runs on 9 hits and an error. Let's see how many innings Jim went. Moffitt went the distance for the Red Sox. Bunning went 7, gave up 8 hits and 3 runs, struck out 5. Just got out pitched by Moffitt. All righty. Heck, it's a double hitter here in Boston, folks. All righty. Let's see. Can the Red Sox sweep them here in Fenway Park? And they do. They clobber them in the second game. The Tigers, 2 runs on 6 hits and an error. The Red Sox, 10 runs on 9 hits and an error. Jeez, you Pete's. Had a massacre up there. Put the Tigers in the Coliseum, and they just killed them. And we got the White Sox traveling out to Kansas City to take on the A's. And the A's shut out the White Sox. And their runs on 3 hits in an error. The A's 2 runs on 5 hits in an error. All but that blowout out of the Red Sox. It's been close games here in the American League. We got the Angels traveling to Minnesota to take on the Twins. Jim Cott on the mound for the Twins. Yeah, I'm sure, Tim. We'll take a look at the box scores if you want there on that 10-run game. The Twins will blow out the Angels. 6 runs and 5 hits and 2 errors for the Angels, but the Twins 14 runs on 11 hits and 2 errors. Let's check out the box score here for Tim in that second game of the doubleheader. Tigers, like I say, 2 runs, 6 hits and an error. The Red Sox 10 runs, 9 hits and an error. Work for the Tigers went 2 for 4. That was about it. Yeah, no doubles. Everything was singles too, folks. Yeah, not a single double, triple, or home run in this game. Kept them to singles. Kept them off the red monster. The green monster, red. What the hell are you talking about? And the only one that didn't have a hit for the Red Sox was Budding, the shortstop, and the pitcher. Of course, he only had one bat. He probably sacrificed a few times. Yep. Yeah. You had Yaz 2 for 5. You had Pagarona was 1 for 3 with 3 RBIs. I'm sure that was a home run, a 3-run homer. Yeah, sure. Let's see here. Bruce, sure, he got lit up. They let him in the game, though. 7 2/3, 9 runs, 10 hits, 10 runs, rather, 6 walks, 2 strikeouts, and 2 home runs. I can't believe they let him in there to get pounded. See when they scored all of them. Was it late? Yeah, it was in the 8th inning when they scored all of them. Well, they scored 3 in the 6th, and they kept him in. Scored 1 in the 7th. That would have been it for me after the 7th. Yeah. All righty. And our last American League game is the Battle of I-95. You got the Orioles taking on the Senators in D.C. I bet, Tim. And the Orioles hold the Senators down and win. Orioles 4 runs on 11 hits in an error. The Senators only 1 run on 5 hits and 1 error. Let's go to the standings here, folks, and see what's going on after July 5th. And the Yankees increased their lead to 5.5 games thanks to the sweep by the Red Sox. Orioles are in 3rd place, 6.5 games back. Twins are 9.5 games back. The Chicago White Sox, 11.5 games back. The Angels are 14 games back now. The Red Sox, 15.5. The Indians are 18.5 games back. And look at this, folks. The A's are out of last place by half a game as the Senators lost to Baltimore and are now 25 games back. Orioles are on a 4-game winning streak. And the Indians are on a 3-game losing streak after losing to the Yankees, folks. Rocky Colavito's batting average is starting to drop. He's down to 339, but he's still leading the league. Roger with his 31 home runs. Norm Cash with 79 RBIs still leading the league. Let's see about the pitching here. Bunning's average went up to 1.95. Still the only pitcher, I think, in the majors under 2. And he didn't pick up a win. So Whitey's only 1 game behind him. And Luis got his 17th save of the year, folks, to lead the American League. Yeah, the best ERA in the National League is Warren Spahn, 2.5. And right now, Orlando Cepeda's leading the league in MVP voting, and Warren Spahn's leading his own teammate, Carl Wiley, in Cy Young voting. And that's what's going on after July 5th here in the majors. I want to thank Tim D, Legend Sports Universe, for stopping by here today in Milwaukee. Like I say, check out Legend Sports Universe's channel, folks, and his Facebook page that he put a preview up for the World Series. He's got the San Francisco Giants taking on the Oakland A's, Battle of the Bay. Until next time, folks, you all have a great day. If you're new to the channel, hit that like button, that bell, and the subscribe button on your way out of Yankee Stadium. Hit that like button. Until next time, you all take care. Thank you, Tim. Appreciate it.